Okay, good morning students. So today we are going to perform the lab hardness test of sample of water. So what is hardness? It is a phenomenon which is present due to chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium. Okay, hardness is due to presence of chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium, and also due to bicarbonate salts of the same. So how do we do the hardness test? We will show you the lab procedure also, but first let me tell you what are things are involved. In the board you can see that the titration test will be performed. Titrant that will be used is EDTA solution, that is ethylene diamine tetraacetate solution. How it is prepared? It is prepared by using ethylene diamine tetraacetate powder, and it is diluted in distilled water up to 1000 milliliter to prepare the EDTA solution. That is the titrant, that is it will be in the burette. Okay, I'll show you the burette in a couple of minutes. So in the indicator that will be used is erichrome black tea, that is also called as EBT, erichrome black tea. And end point, that means at the beginning, before the titration begins, the color is wine red. Okay, I'll show you the color also, and when the titration is complete, it turns into blue color. Okay, so please remember that the end point will be wine red to blue color, right? So let me tell you one more thing. As we will do, we will take a sample of water, we will titrate against EDTA solution, and we will get the color from wine red to blue. Similarly, we will take distilled water in another flask, okay, and we will again add the same indicator, erichrome black tea, that will also turn into wine red, and then it has to be titrated against EDTA, and its endpoint will be also wine red to blue, and then the calculation step will be shown, which we will show you within couple of minutes. Okay, dear students, now the titrant, that is the EDTA, that has been taken into the burette. Okay, ma'am is showing that titrant is inside the burette, EDTA solution inside the burette. Okay, then the sample has been taken. Sample means normal sample of water, that can be tap water or any water, that has to be estimated for hardness. Okay, that has been put into the flask which is in ma'am's hand, and indicator erichrome black tea has been added into it, so that wine red color has been developed. Okay, similarly we will do it for you. We will take a similar amount of distilled water in another flask, and we will add pinch of erichrome black tea indicator. Okay, the sample inside the flask is distilled water, and a pinch of erichrome black tea is being added into it. This will work as a blank. I will tell you what is blank. Blank is actually used in every titration test to make it more accurate. Okay, to calibrate it, to make it more accurate. See, again wine red color has been developed in the distilled water also. This is the blank. Please remember, when I use blank term, that means the distilled water with erichrome black tea indicator here, and other indicators in case of other experiments. So now the titration process will begin. Okay, first the sample water has to be titrated against the EDTA titrant. So madam is just showing you the titration process. Okay, see, the titration has begun. Okay, turn it. Okay, titration process has begun. Just a slight movement has to be given to the flask. Okay, so that the titration gets mixed with titrant gets mixed with the sample. Okay, so you see now the sample has turned into blue color. The sample water with EBT indicator, okay, it has turned into blue color. This is the desired end, wine red to blue. That means our titration has been done for the sample. Okay, stop. Blue color has been achieved. So dear students, the blue color has been achieved. We will note down the final volume of the burette. Okay, we will note down the final value of the burette. Initial volume was noted down. This is a capital A, that is amount of titrant used for the titration of the sample. Okay, initial volume was noted down, and after titration final volume has been noted down. Similarly, we will perform the test for the blank. Okay, the distilled water with EBT indicator, see madam has taken, and we will do titration for the blank sample also. Okay, so see, the titration has begun for the blank. Okay, some small movement has to be given to the blank so that the color changes. Okay, so it will take a minute's time. We will then get the desired color. Okay, dear students, see now the blank, that is the distilled water which was mixed with EBT indicator and titrated against EDTA solution, it has also turned into blue color. So we have got the desired end for the blank also, that is wine red to blue color. Okay, students, now see, this is the calculation part. Okay, we have the calculation of total hardness, which is expressed as CaC3 of mg per liter, given by C into D into 1000 divided by milliliter of sample. Okay, what is this C? C is volume of EDTA titrant used. That is equal to capital A minus capital B. What are these capital A and capital B? Capital A, if you remember, the sample was titrated first. So the volume of EDTA used in titrating the sample. Okay. First the sample titration, what amount of EDTA titrant has been used in final minus initial. That is volume of EDTA used in the sample, capital A. And what is capital B, dear students? It is for the volume of EDTA used in the blank. That is, the distilled water was also titrated after adding the indicator. Okay. So what was the initial volume? What was the final volume and minus initial volume in case of distilled water? That is capital B. And what is that D in the formula? D is equals to mg CaCO3 equivalent to 1 milliliter EDTA. From calculation, it has been estimated that the value of capital D is 1. So what will be the formula? It will be ultimately capital A minus B into D, which is 1, into 1000 divided by milliliter of sample, which is 10 milliliter in case of this case, or it may be 50 milliliter or as accordingly used in the sample. Okay.